Boom. I'll make sure I record in this time. Welcome back to Strange Antiquities. I've just literally just shoved everything in there. You've missed like 2 seconds because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Right. Eli's the first person that I've ding-donged. Wait. Museum was ransacked last night. Oh yeah, his brother, wasn't it? He was chased down. I went looking for my brother, but he was nowhere to be found. The good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of Strange Antiquities' vaults. It's safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I've left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. Wait, nah. Dude. Which one? This one? Candle that gives off no light. An anchor that has never touched the ocean. A finger but not flesh. I know what that is. That's this. This is the witch's finger. That one. I had a bit of a mishap with this game. I've had to have a tweak and go back and redo a few certain bits, unfortunately. Again, I think I've said this 1,000 times in my most recent videos, but I am in the process of upgrading and moving everything and sorting out my PC, so everything's gone a little bit haywire. Now, I do keep doing tests and stuff, and they all come back fine. But then as soon as I start recording, something always goes bloody wrong. Right, what's that? I've spent a long time looking for an object believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs, the adventurer, under the stash, or so the story goes. I followed it. Alcove carved with natural chamber in the upper levels, it seems. The markings have been lost after that. Wait, was that? Wait, what? That's that. Move that. Okay, a candle that gives off no light. An anchor has never touched the ocean. Right, let's just get on with the day. Let's just get on with this. Okay, David. Hi, David. The lake has turned black. As omens go, I'd say that one is probably quite a bad one, but the mail won't deliver itself. Cool. Thank you. Beautiful. What's this then? I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleeston Castle. I expect it will mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. It feels all too prescient as we hurtle towards winter, a terrible unknown fate. So that's the castle. Fear in winter. So what does fear look like? Fear is the weird overcrossed triangle, which is there. Okay, so we put fear in winter. Yeah, right there. Where's that? Fear rising in. Oh no, wait, autumn. Sorry, in autumn, and then rising in winter, which is that there. I searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash papers. Okay. To my dismay, they are largely the scrawlings of a madman, but in amongst the nonsense, there is some valuable information. Lovely. I do like a bit more information. Let's see, what's that? A pillar. That's helpful. Done that. I don't know whether to work on these or just... You know what? Let's work on these. This one. Now, I think it goes... You start down here, and you go along here, down there, down here, and then that one? Yes. Okay. Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carelessly on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back up to the surface to take a closer look. What did I get? Pot. go over here. So I haven't got many left to label. Okay, what else have I got? So I've got that one, this one. I lie below books and scrolls. I lie below books and scrolls. The library? Or is that too easy? There's the library, 26. Yeah. The Wordsworth Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge. Its shelves well stocked and well kept, a place where time slows with every turn of a page. The librarian Simone sits at a desk, her focus fixed on her work as always. I found some old books that dig into the history of strange antiquities. She says without looking up, "It's very old, you know. I'll be sure to visit if I uncover anything useful." That wasn't... Wait, do I have to come back to my own place? Strange and 29 here. Right back where I started. Yeah, that wasn't very helpful then. I lie below books and scrolls. Wait, he's good. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Hey, look. Woodcutter's Lane. Where the axe meets the tree. So this... Under the barn. This one? This one? This one? Ooh, wasting my time. Okay. Woodcutter's Lane. That or... No, that's... Oh, yeah. No, that's Pine Road. Okay, that one. Yes! To the side of the house sits a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There is no sign of an owner, so I search carefully, not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly I spy a flash of blue, a bottle that appears. Oh, baby. I can go here and then I'll put my sneaker on next. Okay, right. What else? What else? That. I lie below books and scroll. Wait, hold on. Wait. Is there like books and scrolls in here? Wait. No. Okay, no, wait, this one. There's the librarian here. Here. Is it under here? Entering the library, I'm drawn to a dark alcove. Round to the right, bearing the title. Ah, yeah. I'm sure there is much to learn here, but sadly, a cursory glance is all I have time for today. That's what I want, isn't it? Piled up on a reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. Wait, that's over there. That corner. Wait a second. That's this corner here. Because I lie below books and scrolls. So this corner here, if I were to lay that over here, it would be here. Yes! Oh, so smart! As I open the door, I'm hit by the musty smell of damp. This room hasn't been entered for some time. The corner of the room is piled high with scrolls and parchments and old books, but underneath the debris I find something of interest. What did you find? Okay. Right. Okay. Ding dong. Wait, hang on. I didn't check to see if there's anything. That one, but I don't know what that is. Looking for an object believed to have been somewhere in the cat. It seems that her markings have been worn away. Have a look at that. And oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I have discovered the missing piece of the puzzle. There is an ancient shrine to the nameless gods at the skull of Blencathra. It seems humanity tried worshipping them once, long ago, before we learned how little they cared for us. We must take the casket there. However, whatever happens, we must not allow it to be opened. Okay, thank you. This one, the catacombs. This. Idiot. I'm able to follow Marwyn's trail for a while, but the carved markings are faded and worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use Carrick's candle. Now, I do know that that is this. Again, I had some issues with recordings and things, so I do know some things that I shouldn't know. I'm aware of that, but I don't know everything, just some things. I'm going to use it. Sorry. The symbol for the flame is rendered above the symbol for wax, a depiction of a candle. Yeah, I got to a point where I actually got really annoyed because a depiction of a candle would be an actual candle. It means an actual picture of a candle, whereas this is not an actual picture of a candle. And it took me ages to sit and figure out what the hell was going on here. There was loads of, like, I was Googling, like, depiction and what that meant and everything, and I was going, but it means actual candle. So, yeah, I did get a little bit mad with that one. Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search for shifting rock walls for any signs of Marwyn's trail. Suddenly, I see it, an M etched into the rock, as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reached behind it and reclaimed Marwyn's lost treasure. Beautiful. Okay. Wait, I can put that there. Is that all? Don't know what that is. Wait. This is a candle that gives off no light. Hold on. I don't know if I've shown it to you or not, but yeah, here. These items produce an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passably on stationary objects. They are marked by a depiction of a candle upon their servers. Yeah, so that is that. I don't know what an anchor that's never touched the ocean is. A finger but not flesh. I know, again, because of the issues that I've had, this is a witch's finger. And if I can find it in here... Witch's finger. So if you read this, a witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but at last resort that has cured of some finished off. The High Green Church, home of the witch. So if I go to... Where is it? High Green Church, number 4. Here. It tells me here, the church is old and the roof is in need of repairs. Moss and lichen add splashes of colour to the otherwise grey exterior. I wander around to the back of the church where the old yew tree stands. Its gnarled branches scratch gently against faded gravestones in the breeze. Pastor strays into my moment of quiet reflection and imparts on local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church, and there are those that believe it to have unnatural powers. While the tree lives, the witch's fingers cut from its limbs are alleged to provide healing through pain. Yeah, so that is that. A finger but not of flesh. This, I don't know what that one is. So I got, like, partway through, should we say, of, like, this, trying to figure out things. I didn't figure out everything. But some of it I remember of me figuring it out last time, and some of it I don't have a bloody clue, and some of it I've already done, and it's just an absolute bloody mess. So I apologise for that, but I'm going to continue the story because, well, I want to finish the story. And hopefully it's not too bad. It's time to end this now. Bring the casket to the pit. I don't have a casket. Yes. So I sorted out most of what was in this drawer. I can't remember, yeah. To the pit. I'm off to the pit. Which is down here. Nope. this? Yeah, this. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look to the skies, but they are empty. The pit itself is an ominous sight that the otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. This is the site of the something convergence. It is no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up an opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. And finally, we need the light of Korchen to bind them. Huh? I go back to the text. Right, I'm going to take a picture of that. Just so I don't have to keep going back and referring to it, so I can look at it whilst I'm continuing to figure it out. So, take a picky. Little cheeky picky pick. So, okay, so now I can continue looking whilst actually seeing what it says. So we need strength. So, powers at opposing compass points. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. So I saw something to do with strength. And we do have something that makes people weak. And the light of Korchen. So that would go in the middle. So let's see if we can figure out what the light of Korchen is. That one. Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of the Amphisian Heart. They are objects of considerable power that can turn darkness to light, fear to joy. Fear. Strength, weakness, fear and joy. That's trick me. They're Noctic, so they'll make a Noctic field. I can figure that out in a second. Amphisian Heart. This. Okay, so it said it's not to do with that. Is that correct? Have no connection to the League of you. Then why mention it? Despite appearance. Wait, go back to the Amphisian Heart. Despite appearance. Liga uses items as part of its grim secrets closely. As I said, they worship the ancient nameless gods. What do these nameless gods look like? Bloodbath. What's this? It was once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing was not possible. It is known the strange voices that emanate from the bloodbath originate, but there are some who believe they are the nameless gods. Commune via the broken path. Grist, if that helps me. For the ritual of the broken path, the grist is heated slowly over the flame to have no effect. No, so. No, sorry, that one. The nameless god. It said that they worship the nameless gods. What do the nameless gods look like? Don't know. Let's find out what a bloodbath is. Where is that? That. Okay, so that's a skull. There's something with a skull. So maybe that. That is that. The light of Korchen. I bet it's that. So it says it's got. Even though it looks like this, it's got nothing to do with them. And then what was the other? Broken path. Grist. What? It's called a. They share the design of a shadow cat. Okay, so where's a grist? No. That. It's really light. Something weird about it. There's one of these two then. One of those. And that's got a skull on it too. So is it that one? Shit. I hate it when there's like multiple that it could be. Because then I'm like, I don't know. But because I don't know what they're called. Right, let's go back. Okay, Light of Korchen. Have nothing. These Noctic. Okay, done that. Connections to the. Yep. They are objects of considerable power. Okay, so do I get any sort of like presence from them then? Inner perception. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so that's got a black gem on it. Let's see what the black gem does. No, it's not that one. It's the other one. This. A stone of fire and fury. No, it's this one. Noctic one. See that on it? It's black. Yeah, because it's got the white bits in it. A stone of the night and darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. That wasn't helpful, was it? Oh, no, wait. Actually... No. What if it is? Some of fear power. And some are entranced by power, aren't they? What if it's that? They're objects of considerable power. Yeah. Stones of darkness, but there are some who fear it and some power. Yeah. Could be one of those. I'm still not convinced it's not this. Wait, what's this? Swirly whirls in there. Rebirth. Or spiritually, whichever way it turns. I don't think it's got anything to do with it. I don't think it's... I think it's this one. Connections to the League of Amphibian Talon. What does the talon look like? Got a snake on it. I think it's that. Okay, right. I'm convinced. That's it. That's it, right. So that I think that is the Light of Korchen. Going for all the bloody notes that I have. Right, and then let's go back. My little trusty notes out here. Oh my goodness, it's disappeared, that one. Okay. So strength and weakness, light and darkness. So that would be light, as far as I'm concerned. There's a sun bond. Let me just double check that one. If it is that one or if I'm just like, because it says sun, I'm thinking light. That one. A sun bond, it is small, lightweight design to be carried discreetly and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun and brightness that can pierce the darkness. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So now I want something to do with darkness to oppose that. Dark. Shadow hold. See, that's a sunbond. Shadow hold. A shadow hold or something vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of box. It can be used to contain something spirit and a manifestation known as creeping dark. Pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound, they are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. A shadow hold then. I think I read it. Yes, that one. Okay, so that's light, dark. So I need strength and weakness. I hope I'm doing this right. I really am. Fortinance. A fortinance can enhance physical strength. Yeah, that. I want that. Where's that? one either. Oh, and that one's getting shoved over there too. I don't like it when they're shoved. Wait, what am I looking for? Shadow catcher. Wait. No, I'm looking for a fortinance. Oh. I recognise the name. I just what it looks like. Wait, it said that I had one there. I completely just missed it. Yeah, I did. It's here. Okay, so that's... Wait, shit. What was that one? Strength. Physical strength. Okay, and then I want weakness. Okay. Oh shit, there's nothing here that says anything about weakness. Oh crap. Do you know what? I'm gonna try that. It's just one of these items I'm not sure about. It's this one, I'm not sure about that. So I know it's not that one, okay. Okay, keep looking. I think it's that seed, you know. Findings and don't have a larger than life bindings. There's one that mentions that it doesn't make a field, and neither does this one. So there's one in there that does that. Polished plated. Oh, there's one about a boat, I reckon. Oh wait, anchor, 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 anchor. Let's see if I can do something with anchor. Oh. Wait, there is one that... Yeah, wait, no. Something anchor. Ah, I don't know. Is it this? Yes! Go. Ooh. Is that the box? This one. A witherance is the inverse of a fortinance and is sometimes put to more malice use. This can be crafted from stone like a fortinance, but wood is more commonly used. I have a fortinance here. Okay, so I'm looking for a witherance. See, oh, I started from A and went all the way to the bloody end of that book. What was it called? A witherance. This thing. Oh. Do you know what? I actually looked in this book and saw that, and I went, have I got anything that's got that on it? And completely missed it. Right, I think it's this. You ready? Yes! Eli inspects my work. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now the sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red afterglow remains in the darkening sky. The raven croaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there is a reply, then another. I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin round to follow Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. We can't see their faces at this distance in the low light, but I'll be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. In the sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. Oh, I'm getting excited now. I look down at the black object. Oh yeah, what's that box then? Such a small thing, and yet its seductive power is impossible to ignore. It wants to be opened. Suddenly it feels inevitable. The casket now. But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. What? Changing your mind? What? That's the casket, isn't it? Or a Wink's cord. I have one of those. I don't know if I want to give him the casket. Let's find out what ways it. This. Give him that. And like the box myself. Like, can't see it now. I'm doing it. I bring up the Wink's cord as the tomato realizes what is happening. He lunges at me, but he is too slow. His body stiffens and falls to the ground. I am surprisingly calm now that I have given in to the casket. Dark power, but a ruckus chorus of shrieks and cries breaks me from my reverie. I don't know what those words are. The mob is upon me. As I look out at the manic faces baying for blood, my gaze lands on one that is calmer than the others. I'm surprised to find that I recognise her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. I said I didn't trust that woman. Wait. The apprentice begins to understand. She holds up her hand and the group comes to a stop, all staring at me with their lifeless black eyes. You see now, it is inevitable. The casket will be opened. Oh shit. Don't open it. I thought Eli was going to open it. I barely hear her. My mind is fulfilled with one thought only. Don't open it. Slowly savouring the moment, I reach down and open the clasp that holds them. Don't do it. I didn't want you to open it. I thought Eli was going to open it, which is why I didn't give it to him. The mob cheers, but I don't even notice. Time slows and the rushing roar of my own heartbeat fills my ears. I open the casket. Shit. Damn, that's not what I wanted to do. I always do the opposite. Dark power flows through me. The rhythms and worries of my former life are meaningless to me now. It is hard to remember even what they were. Devastation and darkness surround me, but I feel nothing. Why should I care? Even the nameless gods bow to me now. Oh my god. I am immortal. I am powerful. I am God. Damn it. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Ending 8. A seductive power. Wait, what? It's like 8 endings? Power of the casket could not be contained. I fear nothing. Shit. Deceased. He died. Insane. She's alive. He's alive. Okay. Oh no, can Jupiter die? He's alive. Wait. You know when that lady stole Jupiter? If I'd given her what she asked for, would that have given me a different ending in the end? Deus White is dead. He went insane. I don't know. I'm going to go see what happens if I do the good ending. Okay, so last time I didn't, so this time I am going to give it to him and see what happens. Go. The wave of intoxicating power washed over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket and together we begin activating the items around the pit, working as fast as we can. It still takes longer than we'd like, and when I look up again, something has fear in his eyes. It's not working. He is clutching the light of Quaint, but it is lifeless in his hands. Such a shame. I turn to see the occult scholar. Her eyes are black, and she has a dread Viviant in her hands. Where did she get that from? Not Strange Antiquities, I hope. She must be using it to dampen the power of the light of Quaint. We will take the casket now. Oh no. It will be opened. All around us, the black-eyed mob shrieks and cheers, jostling and shoving and tripping over one another in their frantic race to reach the casket. Those at the front are nearly upon us. All hope is lost. but there's something thinks faster than I do. He quickly activates a Daedalus link and floats out across the pit, clutching the casket. The mob around me pays me no attention. They only have eyes for the casket. Eli begins to speak quietly at first and then raising the volume until he's almost shouting. I am no longer afraid. I am the dirt beneath the ground and the rock below that. I am the dust stretched thin across empty space. I am everything cold and dead and dying. But I am also the heat and the light, the wind, the ice and the fire. The leaves on the tree and the water in the river. I am everything warm and alive and living. At that moment, Eli locks eyes with me and suddenly I understand what I need to do. I charge forward and tackle the possessed scholar. I grapple with her, trying to prise the dread Vivian from her hands, but she is surprisingly weary and strong. We teeter closer and closer to the edge of the pit, and cold fear hits my stomach as I look down into the inky depth. I'm going to sacrifice myself. With one last burst of energy, I grab Verona and twist my body, pushing with all my strength. She scrambles at the bare dirt at the edges, but she is unable to find purchase and she falls. I will never forget the look of shock, horror on her face as she plunges into the darkness of the pit. Eli wastes no time. As soon as he is able to, he activates the light of Porchen. Time stands still, and then there is a rush and a roar as a swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. The full force of it strikes Eli, and he is obliterated by its power. No! Eli's gone? His casket is sent soaring up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air until with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces. And then there is nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. Eli's death has hit me hard in the aftermath of the events at the pit. Without his sacrifice, the casket would have surely been opened and devastation and horror unleashed on the world. It is Verona that keeps me up at night. I have spoken to her daughter, Simone, and she does not blame me, but I can't help replaying it over and over in my mind, trying to will a different outcome into existence. I fear I will forever be haunted by it. It has been some small comfort to learn that those who were under the casket's spell have been released. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but there seems to be no lingering ill effects, and Dr. Robertson says they have all made a full recovery. Beautiful! Haha, fuck you, dead. Perfect. Okay, well, I've got 2 different endings. I did have a little look. There are actually a few different ones, but I'm not going to go through. I got the main good and the bad one, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. She's insane. She's not really anymore. She's just lost now. She's not insane. She's lost. Jupiter rescued this time. He was safe last time, didn't it? I don't know. But if you've enjoyed this little series, let me know. But if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.